Today we're taking a look at Iron Thorns EX. This Pokemon makes me happy because I'm a huge fan of Tyranitar. I also like the disruption that the Stadium card Path to the Peak used to have, especially against decks like Charizard. And today we're playing a fun build that was the highest performing Quad Thorns list at the North American International Championships. Now this deck was actually crafted by a very well-known Pokemon TCG player, a player who I believe has made it into Worlds every single year ever since Worlds has existed. If that rings a bell, we're talking about Ross Cawthon. Dr. Ross Cawthon has been most notably known for his Roaring Moon EX build, which just popped off, and then when people started playing that, they just started dominating with it nonstop. And so here's a look at Ross's Quad Thorns list, and as you can tell, the only Pokemon is Quad Iron Thorns. So real quick, here is a look at the lineup of supporters. We have 4 copies of Arven, 4 copies of Research, 4 copies of Boss, 3 Iono, and 3 Judge. That disruption comes in handy pretty often, I'm sure. And the Arven is also very important to grab us particular cards we might want, like Crushing Hammers to slow down our opponent's progress, Canceling Cologne if they have annoying Pokemon like Mimikyu in the active. Arven's also going to allow us to get important cards like Earthen Vessel and Energy Loto, because making sure we get that attachment every single turn is super important. Techno Radar, so we kind of have some more consistency in terms of setting up other Thorns, so we don't just get instantly, we don't lose if we just lose one Iron Thorns EX on the board. And then most notably, the ace spec for this particular deck is Legacy Energy, forcing your opponent to, no matter what, have to go through, ideally, all 4 Thorns, forcing them to take, 2, 2, 1, and 2. So 7 prize cards in total is the ideal way to make things go down. With that said, we're going to jump into some games, and as you can see, we are the highest rank in the game. We've just bottomed out recently at Arceus rank. So yeah, we're going to have some fun games on the ladder. Let's see how things go. First game of the video is going to be against Nitro Beaver. Just a heads up, we will have the full deck list in the description. If you want to copy and paste the list into Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, you can do so and start running this deck yourself. It is a very cheap deck to build as well. And of course, as you guys know, there's a lot of strong abilities in the game right now. And there's no real way to turn them off other than with Pokemon like Fluttermane and like Klefki. So Iron Thorns is a 2 prize tank of a Pokemon, and we only gave up 1 mulligan, so that's actually pretty nice. And they gave up 1 mulligan as well. Looks like it's going to be a control deck. So if they have Mimikyu, we just want to eliminate that Mimikyu as quick as possible and see how things go. Oh, we got more than 1 mulligan, actually. We gave up 2 mulligans, I believe. Yeah, 2 mulligans. Oh, 3! First game against Snorlax. We're basically playing a deck known as like a demon deck for a lot of people. And we're also a very annoying deck. So this is going to be a battle of the annoying Pokemon. And it turns out they got the Mimikyu right at the start, so this can be a very annoying battle if we're not able to get this Mimikyu off the board. If we end up prizing our 1 copy of Canceling Cologne, we pretty much just lose. And at that point, yeah, like we can't do anything. So they were smart, they just didn't do anything else. Or maybe they didn't have anything else to do, but they gave us some options here. So we're gonna get rid of Devo, because Devo is a useless card in this matchup. We'll bring up 2 Thorns, and I don't want to hit them with a Judge either. Let's just hit him with the Eerie, since their hand's pretty big. I think hitting them with the Eerie is going to guarantee we get rid of 2 important items. And well, you look at that. They got some items. They got some good cards in there. Prime Catcher can go, and I think we may as well get rid of the Counter Catcher. Honestly, no, all of our Pokemon are going to be able to attack. Let's get rid of the Switch card. I think the switch cards could pose a problem at some point, but that is our first turn. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully next turn we're able to use Judge and get ourselves a double turbo energy, or a way to find a double turbo energy. As long as they're not benching anything else, we're kind of chilling here. All right, let's see what Pokégear gets him. Arven, probably play the Arven as well. Probably set up a Snorlax on the bench, and oh man, hopefully we can like hit. If they have Super Rod in the deck, I'd like to use Eerie to hit a Super Rod. That would be really big as well, because if we do eliminate the 1 Mimikyu, we are in a very bad position if they bring up another Mimikyu, because we only have 1 Cologne again. So the Cologne is our win condition for this particular matchup. Looks like they grab Rotom, but I don't really care because we got our initialization ability right here to turn off that instant charge. So they're probably feeling a little dumb right now. Unless they throw like a Seal Stone on it or something like that. Grabbing that Rotom V was not the greatest play. And if we do end up prizing, again, if we prized the Cologne, now we have a way to get potentially 2 off the Rotom. So let's hit him with a Judge. Ooh, really strong Judge right there. And we are just going to pass it on over to Nitro Beaver now. Energy Loto, we don't want to give up. I just don't want to play Energy Loto, honestly. Yeah, I don't think we really need to right now. And yeah, there goes our Lightning. So now our Energy Loto needs to hit a DTE for us to attack in. I don't even mind Iono, that's fine. We could just potentially draw into the DTE and Cologne. And we got the Cologne, but we're missing the DTE. So we're going to have to just wait a little bit to get DT. But if they do play a card such as Eerie, oh no, it's 2 Mimikyu. So I think we might be looking at an auto loss because we only have 1 Cologne. There's no way we're going to be able to get the second unless they just start overbenching Pokemon. All right, let's do a attach Lost City. And then we can just use Arven here. Arven will grab us a, I guess, Future Booster Energy Capsule. And let's just do Pokegear. Pokegear is kind of nice. The fact that you can always grab Pokegear off of the Arven. Just because it's going to allow us to set up potentially like a boss play the next turn. And we don't have to necessarily show them that we have the boss. Like Pokegear is pretty clutch. All right, and they hit us with the Eerie, so that now we just basically lose. They're gonna get yeah. Okay, we lose. All right, let's go game number 2, shall we? That was rough. So if you do hit Block Lax, if they had just double Mimikyu, you instantly lose. But that's fine. Officer beaten for this game number 2. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying these kind of gameplay videos, I'm looking forward to doing more and more of them, hopefully improve them as well. So of course, if you have any feedback on the channel, drop them in the comment section down below. It would really go a long way. And we're going to go first, of course, so we can get our turn 1 attachment and then just start swinging into them. Looks like we have a mulligan and they do 2, but how many mulligans will we give up? I want to say 3. I feel like 3 or 4 is like the average. All right, we gave up 1. They're giving up. Oh, is this Hisuian Zoroark V-Star? All right. I have not. I hope it is. I'm actually cooking up my own Hisuian Zoroark V-Star. I'm also kind of curious what kind of engine they're going to be rocking with. Are we going to be going with like the Dodrio engine, which is what I personally have been really enjoying, or what other stuff they got? Oh, Klefki. Oh, Klefki is going to turn off our Iron Thorns instantly. So we're just going to start off with an attach pass. And we don't need to drop Lost City right now because we're going to hold on to it. Just in case they drop a stadium like Gapejaw Bog, we want to make sure the Gapejaw Bog is off the field as quick as we can get it. And it is Hisuian Zoroark V. Hello, buddy. And they're rocking the optimal artwork as well. They got the DTE. And in a perfect world, we would be able to get a important card like Crushing Hammer to hit a heads, and this DTE is cooked. So, oh, and Ralts, okay. So they have a Kirlia engine in here. All right, so there's the Gapejaw Bog. This is exactly why we wanted to keep the Lost City in our hand. They're going to be able to put 20 damage onto Ralts just because they benched it from their hand, and we're off to the races. All right, we're going to go a DTE to our Pokemon, drop a Lost City. Klefki's going to be gone for good. And in this particular case, their hand's looking pretty dead. Did they not play a supporter last turn? They did not play a supporter. So I don't really think I want to... I don't want to really judge or Iono in this particular case. Eerie kind of doesn't seem horrible. Let's do an Eerie here, just because their hand is looking pretty slim. All right, we got the damage pump. That's a high value card. And Hisuian Zoroark V-Star is the other card in hand. So at least we're going to get to knock out the Klefki, get this trash out of our face. Our abilities will be live. And because our ability will be live... Ooh, Crushing Hammer. Oh, hi, baby. How you doing? They won't be able to V-Star power. The V-Star power they have for Hisuian Zoroark V-Star is essentially a professor's research, and so we will be able to turn that off unless, well, they can't do anything. All they can do is attack. So in this case, they're swinging for 30 damage. Big yikes. All right, our turn. I can tell you one thing: we're not playing Judge. We're not playing Iono. We'll definitely play a Crushing Hammer. We don't need to keep that in our hand. And there it is, a beautiful heads. So now they can't even attack us. We'll go ahead and drop an energy on the Iron Thorns just because I know that we're going to have to move it around later. And we'll Lost Vacuum our Judge away, get rid of their Gapejaw Bog. That is now 2 Gapejaw Bogs they are down. And we're just going to slowly chip away at the Hisuian Zoroark V-Star for 120 per turn with the Volt Cycle. All right, the draw for turn. And if it's, well, like, just honestly, they could just be a dead card. A 1-card hand is pretty bad. A lot of this deck relies on that Phantom Star to come in clutch, but because we've already eliminated the Klefki from the board, their little kind of tech in this scenario is not going to be useful. Alrighty, it looks like our opponent is a little tilted, a little sad. They are doing a little bit of slow playing, you could say, because I'm sure with that 1-card hand, there's not too much to think about. And there it is, the end of turn. Alright, well, I'm sorry, buddy. Let's do it again. Another Volt Cyclone for 120. Yeah, 120. Alright, what is the draw? Is it going to be a draw and concede? Or are we just super salty that you can't V-Star power and we're going to slow play and drag this baby out? And it honestly looks like Officer Beaten is beaten because they're going to just do nothing and end their turn. And now, you know what? Just for fun, no, I was going to attach a DTE for fun. Let's not get too carried away now. No reason to make our attacks do 100 each and then we're not going to be able to two-shot these Zoroark Vs. Alright, 2 prize cards, DTE, and an Airy, and we have 1 lone Ralts to go. Will this Ralts do anything, or did this person just straight up drop and leave the game because they are not doing anything at all? Alright, we utterly destroyed that opponent.
A few moments later.
Oh, turns out I've been using the wrong deck this whole time. I've been using my own personal Thorns list. Yikes. Plot twist. Now let's use Ross's list. I gotcha. I surprise myself sometimes. Now is our first game with Ross's list. So we can now compare the differences between lists. Is his list better than mine? Definitely. It definitely is. Did his list also have 1 cologne? Yes, his list only had 1 cologne as well. Maybe that's a fun kind of thing we can do on this channel. We do my own personal list versus what has been a proven banger of a list that's, like, you know, popped off at a tournament or two. Here we go, we're playing against Elite Four Owl. And we are, I believe we won the coin toss going first. Yeah, we are going first. And our start looks incredible. This is a beautiful, beautiful sight to behold. We got the attachment, we got the booster energy capsule. Techno Radar will be able to discard Pokégear and grab some more. Oh my gosh, and it's a Charmander? Yo, sign me up. Let's go. All right, attach. Future capsule. Go get rid of this. Get double thorns on the board and pass it over. Beautiful. Oh, chef's kiss. So this is one of the matchups that I was really, really looking forward to see and, like, you know, see how it goes down with my own version of Miraidon as well. Iron Thorns EX, of course, is a really strong Pokemon. So if you're able to squeeze a one-off copy into a deck that can, you know, just tandem unit it onto the board, it is a menace. It can be an absolute menace. So looks like we're not playing against the regular kind of Charizard. We're playing against Dragapult Charizard. So the Buddy Popin's going to grab 1 of each. They're discarding 2 gorgeous special illustration art Ionos. And are we going to see a misplay of grabbing a Rotom? Or are we going to see a grab of something like a Cleffa or another Charmander or another Pidgey or another Dreepy? We'll be finding out in just a second. Looks like they're going with the Dreepy route. I feel like Dreepy is the stronger attacking option in this deck. You'll be able to set up like 2-shot KOs and stuff. And on top of that, you'll just be able to manually attach onto your Dragapult compared to Charmander, where, you know, Charizard, you're used to having the ability, but you don't have the ability in this matchup. So no Infernal Rain, and we got the attach of a Psychic and pass. Okay, so we really need to get double turbo energy on this particular turn. We can start with a Crushing Hammer. No point in keeping this in our hand. And heads, alright. We can get rid of the only psychic, or only energy on the board. And now I will be using Earthen Vessel here. We'll sacrifice 1 lightning to get 2. Now this will also increase our odds of getting DTE from this Energy Loto, but we need to maximize our chances of getting the DTE. So we're going to thin out another 2 cards here. We're actually going to play Arven to grab the other Energy Loto, and in this case, we may as well grab a Energy Booster Capsule while we're at it, so we can just throw it onto one of our benched Iron Thorns. Now we have 2 chances at Energy Loto hitting. So, 1 was a fail, -1 lightning, and can we get the DTE on the second? Yes, we were able to. Alright, great. So all that thinning did pay off in the end. We can attach, we can throw down the capsule here, and then we will go ahead and Volt Cyclone. Now, I do, you could scare them. You could scare them by having a 4th Iron Thorns on the bench. However, I don't mind having a larger hand size to make it look like it's worth hitting me with that Iono. Because, yeah, oh, we got the Legacy Energy off the, whatchamacallit, the prize cards there. This energy is so busted. The fact that it's a rainbow energy that is 1 less prize card. This, like, Legacy Energy is definitely going to be a card that's going to sneak its way into quite a few decks. Alright, we got the Arven. We're playing Ultra Ball now. Are we setting up, I believe, the Pidgeot here? What did Arven grab? I was busy yapping away. Let's find it real quick. Let's find Arven got Rare Candy and Sealstone. So, Rare Candy for Pidgeot. The Sealstone's not going on to anything, though. And we're not Rare Candying the Pidgey. We're Rare Candying the Dragapult. So, they're going to start swinging for 70. This way, they can... Oh. Okay. No attach per turn. Anyways, let's just handle this Dragapult situation here. We'll attach, and honestly, they kind of need to play an Iono at this point, so we're just going to chill with our hand. They have a 1-card hand, not threatening at all. We're not going to bless them with an Iono, because there's no reason to. And we're going to just move over our lightning to the other, honestly, I probably should have put on Thorns. Doesn't matter that we have the lightning in hand. I want to make sure each of these have, like, pressure applied to it. So it's like, oh, you're going to counter catcher this? Well, there's no point because there's capsule here. This one was naked with nothing on it. So that's why we decided to put the energy on this one. And we got the Rotom V for Sealstone here. So we'll probably see an Iono or a research. They need draw. They need heavy draw, and Iono is the chosen card here. Ooh, that's a pretty nice hand. I'll take that. We got the Crushing Hammer is going to be clutch because this deck is only attaching 1 energy per turn. So if we're able to just slow them down from being able to Phantom Dive, that could also be quite beneficial for us, stealing turns we usually wouldn't have. But double Cloak on the board is going to be scary. They're going to get to see 4 extra cards per turn. If you're not aware of what your Cloak does, you basically look at the top 2, and instead of sending one of them to the Lost Zone, it just goes to the bottom of your deck. Alright, so we're going to hit him with the Crushing Hammer here. And we'll hit a heads. In the next hammer, of course, not that one. Unlucky, what's unlucky here is we don't have a regular lightning. However, what am I saying? We got this one cooking. We can just retreat. Yeah. Because we got this DTE anyways. And then here, I'm not going to bother with the Iono. We're just going to do the research. Well, let's see some cards. Alright, Pokégear. I guess we'll keep this. This hand isn't particularly strong. So I don't mind if this hand does get Iono'd either. We lose a bunch of... whatchamacallit? We would lose a bunch of supporters to the bottom of our deck if we get Iono'd, but we honestly don't even need supporters at this point. We're kind of thriving off of the back of the ability of initialization because they can't even instant charge at any point of the game. And if they did play like a card like Lumineon, the Lumineon's not going to work either. So right now they're going to have to dig for an energy here. And we really wanted to switch our Iron Thorns out because They just need to counter catcher it, and it gets knocked out. Alright, next Dragapult EX. Fire energy there. And a Turo. Alright. So here I'm very happy that they're not going to be able to, Phantom Dive us on this turn. And it looks like we're just going to get hit with the Jet Headbutt in just a second. That crown looks like if you were to get Jet Headbutt by the crown, that'd be pretty hefty damage. Alright, just burning the Buddy Poffin. We take 70. That's fine by me. Next up, we will retreat. Let me just double check that everything is good. Let's do... You can burn this since we already have all our Pokemon on the board. I kind of want to hit him with a hammer. If we hit him with a hammer here, I think that's the best course of action. So just one hammer. We're playing Arven for a singular hammer. But when this hammer hits heads, that will steal us a turn in a different timeline because it didn't happen here. Alright, now we can just go ahead and bring in the next fresh Iron Thorns. Attach. And go Volt Cyclone this time. We're basically exhausting all of our Iron Thorns, so he can take a big 4-prize turn. If each one only gets hit a little bit, you know, we're chilling. We're chilling. One thing that could come in handy is if we did just decide to go a thinner line of Iron Thorns. Ross's list does not play any pennies, and Penny is a card I had in my personal list too, right? So, yeah, having Penny for like defensive plays to scoop up some Pokemon could be useful. But this deck is all about like super consistency. They have so many support, like 4, 8, 14. There's 14 draw plus supporters in this deck, and then 4 bosses and 4 Pokégear. Like, you're always doing something useful every single turn. Penny's not always useful. Penny's definitely more of like an end game. All right, here we go. Our turn now. Let's do another Arven, and we can't do anything other than I guess we'll just get the Pokégear here. I'm thinking about it now, and like if we had a boss to hit this Pidgeot, that'd be clutch, but we don't. We're just gonna play the Pokégear, and I guess just draw. Let's stick an Iono in this case. And I'm just going to keep the other Pokégear, because there's a chance that they could end up hooking us up with a boss's orders off of their own Iono. And I'm going to move over this Lightning, or this DTE, because he's going to want to swing into the active. We want to make sure our like one less prize card is in effect. That way they have to go through all 4 Iron Thorns. It's kind of crazy, like, when you think about it. You legit have to go through a whole other EX Pokemon just because we have this energy in the game. I'm sure if there's some, like, really hard to deal with, like, big tanky Pokemon, and then you have that on top of it, just getting that one prize card would feel so bad. It would just be like, all this work for one freaking prize card? So... yeah, and the thing is, it's such a versatile card too. Like, it's a rainbow energy. It can go in any deck, right? Like, there's no deck that's not gonna. Well, you know, there's other ace specs, and that's why you would choose it over this special energy here. But if you don't really feel like you need, you know, Prime Catcher or something like that, a card like that's so good. All right, only hit us for very little. I wish we had the DTE. We're gonna try and go for this boss play on the Pidgeot. Yeah. Because I've not been enjoying this. So let's go retreat into... we'll do this fresh one. Yeah. Boss. And then we swing for that beautiful 280. It is just chef's kiss. Even with the DTE, the Future Booster Energy Capsule fixes the math to hit for a perfect 280. And now... they are basically only able to draw 1 card per turn, and then see 2 more off of Dracloak. So they're going to see 3 cards per turn, and only have access to 2 of the 3 cards. So we're in a pretty good spot here now. I'm feeling pretty confident. But of course, having all this damage on the board, it does want to, you know, put you at a little uneasiness. Alright, they get to thin out the Charmander. That's really big. Now they can Dracloak into 2 mystery cards and keep 1. And we're Jet Headbutt for 70. Alright. Next up, we got... We used 1 boss. Okay, we got 2 more bosses. So let's just lock in while we can really guarantee it. Let's retreat into this. We'll boss up this. And I'll attach onto the nice Iron Thorns that takes 1 less prize if it gets knocked out. And so now, I think we have game if we just get boss for next turn. And we have 2 bosses in deck, I believe. I didn't prize check the bosses, but we do run 4. So there's 2 out of 16. That's a 1 out of 8. We're talking about a 20% chance twice. Right, no. Yeah, 20% chance that we hit the boss off of this, if my math is correct. It's probably wrong, I'll be honest with you. If you can figure out the math. 2 boss in a 16 card deck, 1 out of 8. Yeah, I probably got the math wrong. Oh well. Alright. Big knockout there. And I can promote my special thorns. And we need boss really bad here, so we're just gonna go Crushing Hammer. And finally we hit a heads. In this case, we're gonna get rid of the fire, because I'm assuming they have 4 fire, 1 psychic. And yeah, whatchamacallit. All the fires are here in the discard, so they're more likely to have more psychics in the deck. So that's why we're choosing fire in this particular case. We can also go Lost City for fun, just to thin out a dead card. Let's throw away the Judge. We'll hit their Seal Stone for funsies. And here, we don't have boss. I just have to make sure we don't get 4 prize KO'd next turn. If he has boss, he needs boss fire energy to take 4 prizes in 1 turn, because he has to get around this one. So I'm just gonna go for the research. There's the bosses we wanted. I can play Cologne for no point. Can attach for turn here. And oh, Volt Cyclone. Yeah, we can Volt Cyclone now.
Bruh.
Oh no, he don't even just need a boss fire. Oh no, I should have kept. Oh gosh, I'm throwing. My brain just turned off for a whole second there. I should have kept the Legacy Energy on. Now he doesn't need boss. Now he doesn't need a boss anymore. This could be counter catcher, but he still needs the fire energy. Oh, they're desperate for the fire energy, so I think we were able to just cheese out a turn. Oh my gosh, that's a huge misplay. Yeah, we're supposed to keep the Legacy, is it called Legacy? Yeah, we're supposed to keep the Legacy Energy on the Dragon Bolt there. Charizard's cool. I don't care because your ability's turned off. They might have forgot about oh, they got the fire. Okay, yeah, so no, we still don't lose. We're chilling, because he only hits your 60 on the... Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, okay. We're only losing 1 Iron Thorns. Yeah, woo, it's been a long day, y'all. It's been a long day. We actually did some streaming earlier today. Alright, cool. So we win. Yeah, we just boss up a Edge of Bloke and we win. Perfect. GG's. Oh, I got dicey at the end there, y'all. That definitely got dicey at the end there. Alright, so let's just move that over. And that is game number 2 in the books. Let's get another one in. Alright, for our last game, we're playing against Alvaro Luigi. Luigi, you flamboyant king. Whenever I think of Luigi, I think of the funny like toe kick attack Luigi can do in Super Smash Brothers. I also think of Luigi's Mansion. I never actually got to play Luigi's Mansion growing up. Definitely one of those games I think I missed out on. From what I heard, Luigi's Mansion is like one of the best like Nintendo GameCube games out there. So I think I'm pretty sure there is a version for it on Switch. Maybe we cop that eventually. Probably wouldn't stream it, but I probably would just play it for fun on my own. All right, turn 0. We're getting no mulligans to give up. I like it. I like it a lot. And we're going first too. And they got the sick Rayquaza, I believe Celestial Storm Elite Trainer Box sleeves on their Rayquaza right here. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying these kind of videos, make sure you hit the like button down below. And oh my gosh, Squawkabilly turn 1. Oh, your Squawk is useless, my guy. That is a tragedy. We can go ahead and attach, and we can increase our odds of drawing into a DTE off that Energy Loto. But I think we're just gonna chill. I was gonna like, let's play Earthen Vessel and then discard a Lost Vacuum. But hey, maybe Lost Vacuum can be useful. So let's just not do anything else. I'm fine with the attached bench pass. All right, Nestball, what are we playing against? I'm so excited because we're already in a commanding position, not allowing them to squawk and seize. So if this is a donk, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. All right, so we're playing against Raging Bolt Teal Mask, I believe, or Raging Bolt something. All right, we got these single prizer Sandy Shocks, and the Pokégear is getting played in Whips. This single prize Sandy Shocks is a Pokemon a lot of people are, oh my god, they just whiffed double Pokégear. Feels bad. Yeah, but this is a tech some decks are including. Really handy because it's a single prize attacking option in the deck, which also you can use Saddle's Vitality on for it. Very good card. All right, here we go. We're gonna go Arven and just maximize your chances of getting a double turbo energy here. And while we're at it, because if we do with the DTE, I still want to be able to charge up our benched Pokemon. That's at least some insurance. You can go Earthen Vessel to get rid of the, I think Pokegear is fine. You could argue the Energizer, but we're just gonna get rid of that. Then out 2 more Lightning, and in a perfect world, we do draw into the DTE off this. Nope. All right. We got 1 more go, and if it fails, we still have Turbo Energizer. And there it is, we got the DTE, so now we can start swinging on this turn, attaching the DTE, swing with Volt Cyclone, and we can just move over a singular, actually, yeah, we move over the Lightning, yeah, because we have 3 Lightning in hand, so we can replace that pretty quickly. Now, I wonder how explosive of a hand or start they could have had if we didn't play Iron Thorns. Like, that turn 1 Squawk in this deck is so good. So the fact that we're able to slow them down is huge. All right, so we got the Sada's Vitality. We got 1 energy on the Roaring Moon EX, and that was it. That's all because we knocked out the Squawkabilly that had it on earlier. I'm surprised they didn't retreat into the Sandy Shocks. I think giving up that 2 prizer is a really bad idea. We got the attached return and a pass. So we can now, I believe, ooh, Hammer is great. But we could boss up that and start swinging. And I think that's what we'll probably do. And the scoop. All right, that game was a bit too quick. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.